It's really interesting, is the first thing to say. Writing is changes each time I do it, but what doesn't change is the need to do research to start with. And Jenny came and gave me lots and lots of research material, and I loved that stage of it. I immersed myself in the reading and all sorts of video watching and so on, even listening to the music that I was given as research. That bit is fairly standard. Getting to the actual sitting down and writing, that takes a bit more discipline, but also you've got to wait for the inspiration, to that moment when you have that idea, and write it and keep writing and keep your bottom on the chair and keep writing. Always really enjoyable. I had very, very limited experience of the care system, as I think is usual for a lot of people. It's something that sort of is underlying in our society, and what I learned was just how many people it affects. I wasn't aware of that. You know, a man of my age, I wasn't aware of how many people it affects, and, you know, by extension, how many people I must have run into in the course of my life who've been through that, and I knew nothing about it. That's the main thing that I learned, just how much there is to know about the people around us, you know, and that was great. And the young people in the cast, what I learned about them was that they have no preconceived ideas. You know, you can introduce them to an idea like this and they'll just latch on. Of course, everybody should have equal opportunities in life. Of course, everybody should live in a place where they have a foundation to go on and blossom and to bloom. Of course they should. Whilst the rest of us go busily about our lives not thinking about that, kids will do. And they're really open to it. And when I came and delivered the piece of work to the young cast, I mistakenly felt I would need to cushion that blow for them and introduce them to this subject gently, ever so gently, when I didn't. They latched on, they knew what was coming, they discussed it freely and openly with one another, and they were ready to go from the first day.
It's been good at the start. It was really fun, and I've created new relationships with people, and the play's taught me a lot about people and children in care and trying to leave care.
It's been challenging, but to come in to the play and be Smithy's redemption, it's really sweet, and I love the emotional moments that I'm able to have with all the boys that play Smithy. Julie is a really interesting character because she's so different to obviously the chorus and all the other social workers that Smithy has met before. It's been a challenge, but I've loved it.
Yeah, very different. I mean, it's been hard to keep concentration the whole way through because as you're on stage the whole time, it can get a bit distracting when looking out at the audience rather than watching the action.
I think it's quite nice because you're doing something that's never really been done before, and it's nice to experience something that I haven't experienced.
I've got to say, working with kind of a younger cast is so refreshing. I've worked with people my age, since I started acting really, and kind of going back, working with a younger cast, it's fantastic because I kind of impart a little bit of my wisdom.
I found it very interesting because it's a script which was written by Steve, so it was it was unique, and it was abstract in the process of making it, and everyone's ideas have come through.
People who lead drama groups or any sort of groups that encourage people to use performance as therapy or just enjoyment, this is the kind of piece that you can get as much from this as you're prepared to put in. This cast that we have, I've really worked hard and put in, and it's gradually become less and less my project and more their project until they now own it, and they've got it on stage and they feel ownership of it, and the subject matter has really resonated with them, and it's an experience they'll take forward and learn more, and it's given them a really good foundation. So there are real benefits to that for everybody involved.
And I think it will get to another audience. a non-professional audience. My hope is that actually people will be able to understand the untold story, the real story of what life is like for young people who have not been parented by their birth family.
It would be never assume anything about the people that you meet in everyday life. Never assume that they have come from a background that is written on their face, because it's not. It isn't written on their face. Everybody, as there's a line in this play, everybody survives something.
I'd like to thank you very much for watching this. The fact that you're actually watching this is the first step in helping things improve for young people in care.